Last night I closed my video in this exact spot, and I want to reassure you as you begin to watch this video that every single person here on the compound is safe, and we got very lucky with this Hurricane Ian. I know a lot of people on the west coast of Florida dealt with some insane life-threatening flooding. We made it out and we're very fortunate, and although we didn't have the crazy winds, the rain hit us hard. You can see Colette's ready for what we're about to find with her little penguin rain boot outfit. And we got the old trusty Steed here, who we're actually not going to take through some of the deep waters that you're about to see because it's left us stranded now 3 times, and we'll take the side by side. This house is actually on pretty high ground, so the only thing really dealt with back here was just a lot of down debris. Definitely going to be quite the cleanup process. The storm's technically passed, but here we still have some trailing wind and a little bit of light rain that we have to expect, but I think the bulk of it is gone. Over here, nothing too bad. I'm surprised more of these trees didn't fall over since they don't really have that much foundation with how they're built into the bank. Knock on wood, having hurricane rated pool screens has come in handy. They're all still in one piece. Let's see if old trusty starts up. This thing's such a hoopty. Your pristine chariot awaits. All right, now we're gonna head over to the main building where the brunt of the water is located. Definitely have a little bit of down debris here. Nothing too crazy. A new little pond to the left that didn't used to be there. Oh wow. All of this here, I've never seen this area flood. It looks like we've actually had the water recede some. This pond is pretty much just level with the ground, but thankfully if we look over by the building, the water never got high enough to get into the main shop. We did find some leaks over on the right side of the building from the roof, but we did make the call real late last night and we got every single thing off the floor in the main building. The dyno was probably the biggest challenge since that thing was pretty much touching the ground, but vehicles stayed on the ground. I figured if we were gonna get enough water in there to ruin anything, it would probably just be boxes and stuff on the ground, and thankfully we made the right call. Otherwise our backup plan, since we don't have enough jack stands, is putting cars on wheels. I've never seen this pond get that wide. You can see all around the back. The pond is pretty much level with the ground. This is where I messed up the bumper on the NSX, which by the way, get your entries for a chance to win on the NSX. Fresh painted bumper coming soon. Oh my God, yeah, that pond is crazy. I'm gonna point them at it so they can see. It's literally level with the ground here. Head to the other side of the building now. Nothing too extraordinary back here. I mean, I guess it's a decent amount of water. But this is where it starts to get bad. Coming back through here, going through the starting line, you can see over here, the water from this pond that used to be an L shape has completely breached on all corners.
Look at that tree.
Yeah, I gotta show them. I don't even know how deep we can go with this. We were gonna grab the side by side, but now we might get soaked if we do that. Looks like we had our first big casualty, a large tree over here that appears to have downed. This water here, I would estimate it's a few inches deep. But yeah, we're not getting around that tree, that's for sure. Wow, that is insane. Here's another look at what once used to be a grass field. Now mind you, we've always known that this area is flood prone. We are very close to sea level, and at a certain point there's just not anywhere for water to go. All the ponds that have overflown were made with the intention of catching water, but there gets to a certain point when, you know, I think we had 3 months of rainfall in one day, and the ground just can't hold it quick enough. I'm proceeding with caution back here. You can see where the water changes color here to the left. That's where the Nico drop was, and it probably gets up to like 3 or 4 feet there. So I'm gonna try to follow the area that I know isn't that deep, because the engine on this K-Truck is pretty low. This building I know did just barely get a little bit of water in it, but nothing got damaged. Thankfully everything was raised. This is just kind of like an auxiliary merchandise building where we do some of the fulfillment. Colette's shop appears to have stayed fine from the rain. No rain in there, so that's good. Oh no, my E46!
Oh my God.
Yeah, the C46 you guys don't really know about. It was actually a gift to be a parts car or a roller or a shell that might have gone to someone else, might have gotten used for whatever. But it looks like where it was parked, it did just probably barely get some water inside of it. Again, it's just a roller. It doesn't have a good engine or anything, but it's a nice looking car. Poor thing. This little area shouldn't be too deep, but you can see pretty much everything that was once concrete. Wow. Look at that storage building there to the left.
Oh my god.
This is insane. I wonder, I honestly don't know that we've ever had rain this bad before that caused this much flooding. Wow, it just keeps going too. Look at that. It like forms a river around the whole back through that trail. That is insane. This area is probably a few inches deep, nothing insane. This is what looks wild. Joel was actually out earlier today with a canoe going through this, and I had joked with Zach about bringing his airboat out here, but I genuinely think this area is probably deep enough for his canoe. But when you look right, I feel like this is the wow shot. This building doesn't look like it got too bad, but this whole area is just one big ocean. This is insane. I literally feel like we're driving a boat.
Well, we're making waves. We're literally making, you just made a wave.
When I'm driving, this is what I see in the rear view. It looks like we're making a rudder. Then you stop, and it, like Colette said, you make a wave, like a boat. This is insane. All right, we're treading through the deepness. You can see where the color starts to change to brown. It starts to get a little bit less deep. The cleanup is gonna be insane. All this brand new concrete's probably gonna be a little muddy and gross. But thankfully, at least of all of the buildings that could have been elevated, the main building still appears to be completely dry, just high enough to avoid water getting into it. So, very thankful for that. It's taking everything to fight the urge to do a donut in the K-Truck right now. No?
I got coffee.
Okay, I'll fight it for now. Maybe later. All right, we'll come through here. Go back towards the lift building, where I know a lot of you guys were very concerned, since that's where all the cars are stored. We have a lot of lifts, but we have twice as many cars as lifts. So that doesn't really work out that great. Looks like we've got another little river access road over here.
Oh, that one in the middle is gone.
The what?
That one road in the middle.
Oh yeah. But thankfully, back here, looks like we still have a solid foot of safety. This building, it looked like the most intention was put into the actual like landscaping of getting, you can see the concrete's low here, the rain runs to the middle, and this building still has a few feet of high ground, so no water has even come close to breaching the main lift building where cars are stored. This pond though, like I don't know how it works and how long it's gonna take for all this water to recede. I mean, it needs to go somewhere, so it's not just gonna be like an overnight thing. This is insane. I think this area coming up here, we're gonna need to go back and get a side-by-side for, because this gets very deep. This is probably the most damage that we had. You can see in front of us, that's the whole Drift HQ shop. There's a few cars behind it that we'll show you, but I imagine it probably gets to be a few feet deep up here, and I don't wanna risk us getting stuck in the K-Truck. This pond completely up to ground level, overflowing over here. Wow. I'd imagine there's gonna be a lot of displaced wildlife after something like this. I don't see any wild body parts or anything floating around. That's good. But yeah, even going through this, I'm a little bit nervous without the side-by-side. I think we'll be okay. I can still see the ground. I'm just nervous because the K-Truck is a math. Yeah. Once the math gets wet, it gets mad. Well, this lake is new. Wow. We're about to be going through this very deep alleyway. No. I went too fast.
We're stranded, and you're making waves.
I got excited. This is exactly what happened last time. I started going too fast and the MAF sucked in water.
Yeah, this is worse as last time. It was pitch black outside and a big thud was on the roof and it was way more dramatic.
So I figured out the solution when this happens. I crank it over a few times. It gets mad, doesn't want to start. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I'm leaving.
I usually do this a couple times, then I try to start it in gear. No.
I'm leaving.
Wait, you're not leaving yet. I'm gonna get us out of here.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will. Believe in the K-Truck. We will do this.
Imagine. I just... Okay.
I will get it started, I promise.
Alright, bye.
The second you leave, I'm gonna get it started.
Alright.
I'm not giving up. God damn it! Alright, sorry K-Truck, I've officially given up on you. Colette has chosen a kayak. I'm gonna go get the side-by-side. Are you gonna actually just kayak around?
Can you push me?
I think you're supposed to use a rudder or an oar. I'll tow you in the side-by-side. Sounds fun, right?
Yeah. Until it's not. Wait, at least give me the shovel.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, I don't have shoes for that. Have fun. I'll pick you up in a few. I've got a strap on back if you want to grab on. It's an orange one.
Okay. What do you want me to do with that?
Hold it.
Go.
Come back. Do you see it?
Holding it down. Oh, this is so scary. Wait, so oh my god. Oh, I don't like this. This is not gonna end well for me. Okay, I might have to bail, and if I do, it's gonna be awful. Because if I bail, I'm literally jumping into a lake. This is probably the worst flooding on the compound is in this area. So if we do get stranded by vehicle again, luckily I will have us a way out.
All right, so this building over here is the one that was the most susceptible. It's safe to assume that there's a few inches in it, but we don't want to open it up and risk more water getting in. Thankfully, everything was elevated, but this building's just kind of been plagued with flooding issues. I think it was just one of the first that was poorly planned, and oh wow. Looks like quite a bit of water in there too. Hopefully everything that's important is elevated. You can see that transmission in there is pretty low.
Wait a minute! No! Adam! I'm about to go into the tree! It says you went too far.
You don't have to worry about gators. Well, what's lucky for you too is I have a lot of experience towing skiers on boats, so I knew not to whip around that tight corner and send you into the trees.
No, but there definitely could be gators around here, and I never thought about that till this moment.
Gators are scared of ethanol, so we'll be good. So this is probably some of the worst area. So most of these cars are either rollers, missiles, shells, and they've always been parked behind this building. It doesn't look like the water got too high, but it definitely might have gotten inside some of the lower cars. I know there's been a lot of comments talking about, you know, why didn't we put more thought into like planning and flooding, and we did. You know, when we did that bank corner on my house, we set up new drains. We actually, a decent portion of the new concrete work was reworking this building because it used to just in normal rain flood because the gutter system was non-existent on one of the buildings, and then there was like a drain that wasn't really working on this building. But even still, this kind of rain, there's not a lot you can do. As you guys are watching this, we still have power, we still have internet, so I'm insanely thankful for that. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but usually we're the first to lose it and the last to get it back. So if you're watching this and it's still Thursday, then that's crazy. Colette, do you want me to go faster, or was that a good speed?
I think that was a good speed. I can't stop thinking about alligators in this area. It's literally so deep.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
So this is the front gate, and this is insane. Oh, hang on.
how deep the water was at the front gate, and it's inside of the cabin of the side-by-side. Oh boy. This is insane.
Okay, you're good. Oh my god. How is that thing still driving? How is it driving? That's insane. I did not know side-by-sides could be that submerged in water ever in my life. Oh, I'm so scared.
Not dry. It's so scary because you can't see anything.
Do it again.
It's cool because it's like going mudding when you're a kid, except there's no mud, it's just water.
Oh my god.
Do you want to try it? It's pretty fun.
I think the hurricane's coming back.
Nah, we're good.
Feels like it. Look at all the wind.
Yo, it's raining.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
You're wet.
It's really fun to go really fast and then try to like skim across it, but then you can't see and then it's not really that fun.
Yeah, your camera's being surfed right now.
I'm gonna try a different line. Colette, we've been through quite a bit of stuff in the past week, huh?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, it's been something else. We're trying to make the best of a not so great situation. We're very fortunate that most of the building stayed dry. We got to most of the stuff in time, but like we said, not everyone in Florida was so fortunate. You know, we're thinking about all our friends on the West Coast. We've seen some pretty gnarly footage from over there. Hopefully, power and internet stays good. We're still on the front side. On the back side, there's gonna be quite a bit of cleanup. Who knows what foundations or grass areas and buildings and things could have potentially gotten damaged by the water, but we're very thankful. Even though we basically got hit directly by the bullseye, by the time I got here, it kind of narrowed down into, I don't even, do you know what scale it was once it hit here? I feel like it was probably like a 1. Yeah. But it's just the amount of rain here that's pretty gnarly. Appreciate the heck out of you guys, everyone that's been reaching out, checking up on us. Sorry it took a little while to get this video up, but yeah, it was pretty gnarly out this morning. So got a little lull, got to kind of show you guys what's up. Thankfully not too much worse from the last video, but wanted to make a quick update for you guys. And probably gonna be a little bit for back to normal content. If you guys notice the gate, you pretty much can't get anything other than a pickup truck through there. So that's gonna be a pretty limiting factor. I can assume it's probably gonna be not until next week until we're back in the shop wrenching on stuff. I was gonna make some funny joke, like we should do coilovers on your car or something today. But like that wouldn't be that funny of a joke because we would actually just do that. We know no limits when it comes to doing things. So shout out to the Penguin. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. When you said